That's it. But what did I tell you? Well, what did I tell you? If you're like, that's it? Circle back to the start of what I was saying. But speaking of actual stand-ups, please, let's welcome out Miss Brit Barron!
Show. It's going to be a great show. We have Randall Park in the house. When David texted me to tell me that, I responded with, that's good news because Randall Park is on a very short list of men that I think are attractive. That is a raging lesbian, of course, so this is short, but it includes Randall Park, Barack Obama, actually true, and then the entire cast of Disney's Newsies. I don't know what they put in that movie, but those little paper delivery boys, they had something going. The thing is, the 90s were actually full of good movies. Okay, it was a good time to grow up. It was, I mean, the movies were good. They were good for what we had. There was an entire genre of movies in the 90s that I grew up with that I like to call, wow, girls are people too. And it's movies like Little Giants, She's the Man, Motocross, Mulan, okay? And the entire premise of the movie is there's a girl who's really good at something, but she has to pretend that she's a boy so people will take her seriously. At some point in the movie, there's a big reveal. She takes her helmet off, she takes her hair down, she takes her wig off, and it's like, and the whole point of the movie is girls are people too. Feminism, it wasn't much. It wasn't much, but it's all we had in the 90s. It was good. It was fine. It's okay. And the conversation about gender in the 90s, too, was very like, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, okay? And now it's expanded. It's way beyond this binary. It's a social construct. We all get this. But sometimes I think there might have been something to that. And I'm not saying we're from different planets, but I had lunch next to a couple guys the other day, and obviously I was eavesdropping on their conversation, and I realized at some point that 99% of what they were talking about were things I could Google, and like, their entire conversation was actually just facts. Like if you asked AI, what did two men talk about at lunch? Like, they would probably get it. Like housing interest rates, sports scores, weather patterns, stocks, bonds, dividends. Okay, I don't even know. Everything they were saying was just a fact. If you asked AI what me and my best friend talked about at lunch, they would never guess. And I called her and was like, listen, you know that weird thing your mother-in-law said to you 2 months? I had a dream about it. You should probably stay at your house. And then she's like, yeah, no, perfect. Anyways, are you still on your period? Is it still like weirdly heavy? Do you think it's the moon or it's something we're eating? I'm like, no, yeah. How many bathing suits should I take on vacation if I'm going on vacation for 4 days? It depends on what kind of water you're swimming in. I'm like, okay. Overwhelmed with the nothingness of it all? And she's like, yeah. And then we're like, so skinny jeans are out. And I'm like, yeah, but also, you know that chin hair that I had to plug and then it came back, but it's 2 weeks earlier than I had to plug it the last time? Am I okay? AI could never, only men should be afraid of AI. You will never figure us out, okay? You will never figure us out. But one thing that has come up in almost every conversation I've had lately across all genders is obviously Beyonce. Any Beehive members in the house? Man, I love me some Beyonce. Cowboy Carter is just a stroke of genius. It's a work of art. The thing is, being a Beyonce fan will really keep you on your toes, okay? Because before she came out with this album, I had a lot to say about country music. Okay? And country people. Okay, I have told jokes at this show about how silly I think country music is. And now, I'm like, you know, black people were the first cowboys. That's our thing. We did that. I've done a complete 180, and I am bought in. I am bought in the fantasy. I got a hat. I got a bolo tie. Okay, I'm in the market for some boots. I'm going full force, which honestly made me realize that cultural appropriation is actually fun. I'm missing out on. Like, do you get a Stanley Cup? Glue me in, okay? I'm open. I'm ready. But it's not even just Beyonce. I feel like culturally, like cowboy country style is just in right now. I went to a coffee shop this morning in Highland Park, and my barista at the Highland Park coffee shop had a camo hat, like a Coors Light cutoff tee, Texas belt buckle, and he looked like he stormed the Capitol. And I love it. I think it's great. I mean, I love it. The bolos are great. The whole thing. It's like we're living in a time where I can't tell the Beyonce fans from the insurrectionists, and I never thought I'd say that. No, but speaking of the insurrection, it's an election year, right? No cheers for that. Wow, it's telling. Well, that means a lot of things, but the main thing it means is we are all about to be bombarded with just the worst kind of text message. Like, we are just about to, I don't know who gave our numbers, but they're out, okay? Stop trying to protect your phone where they have it. And here's my problem with the political text. If we're gonna get them, I'm like, do it right, okay? Do it right, because I get these texts that are like, help me, we need your help, please, help me. And I'm like, we're not doing needy, okay? Like, I don't respond well to desperate. I'm like, you need my help? You're desperate for me? Like, no. Because if you want to reach millennial and Gen Z voters, you cannot appeal to our desperation. You have to appeal to the only thing that keeps all of us going, and that is our social anxiety. I should just be walking one day, look down at my phone, and I get a text that says, "Are you mad at me?" Locked in, okay? I am locked in. Like, I should just be scrolling away in my bed at night, 11:30, about to go to sleep, and I just get a text that said, "Did you mean to post that picture?" I will immediately, I'm in. And then another text should just come and be like, "Hi, I'm Janice Ian, and I'm here to talk about cybersecurity." I'm like, oh, you got me. Okay? You need to stress me out, okay? I should open my phone to an AI-generated picture of me and Donald Trump cheersing at a golf course. And the message should read, if you don't want this posted, vote no. It's not going to work, okay? So I'm not getting a message at 2 a.m. that says, you know how bad you feel right now? It's about America's going to feel if you don't get your ass out there and vote.